You did a story on an old friend of mine who was murdered. Your show helped find the murderer. Oh, get the hell out of here. You're lying. Dread Apex, you are so lying. Tell me you're kidding me. I know you're about 30 seconds behind me. Are you kidding me? No freaking way. If you can hear me right now, if you're still in the chat, which story was it that I did? Tell me the name of the person that was involved or who lost their life, if you don't mind. Wow. What a hell of a revelation. Patrick Smith? Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Damn, I'll stop the stream for that. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. 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 Had people tune in and started scouring Facebook. Wow. Guys, my mind is officially blown. Found him in Vegas. Murder happened in Barstow, California. Wow. Yes, stop the presses. Do you guys understand how dope that is? I got to tell you guys, I know that Tommy makes an impact. You can see it all the time. Sometimes I wonder and hope that sometimes my streams will seem like they'll do like a certain amount of numbers and then they'll just kind of go away and then we'll do the next one. Some videos have done tens of thousands of views. Some did 100,000 views, 200,000, 300,000. And you just don't think anything of it. You just kind of just move on. And I'll be wondering, like, you know, does this show make an impact? And to hear that, Dread, I want you guys to understand what Dread Apex said. And you guys can see what he wrote right there on the screen. He said, or she said, you did a story on an old friend of mine who was murdered. Your show helped find the murderer. You made me a fan for life. Oh, wow. I might have to cut that out and just post this commentary on its own. Wow. Wow. It says Patrick Smith was shot 8 times on Thanksgiving. I remember the story. Checking on an elderly neighbor. The suspect is Leslie Hawkins. Wow. Oh my God. I remember this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got 12,558 views on that on November the 25th of 2018. I remember this. Let me look this up. Patrick Smith. Wow. Wow. 2 men are being held responsible for, let me see, Tuesday marked 5 years. Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong story. That's the wrong story. Hold on. Patrick Smith was shot 8 times. Patrick Smith. I'm going to find it. Yep, I do remember this. Oh, wow. I remember. Yeah. Guys, I totally remember doing this story. I'm going to put his picture on the screen so y'all can see it. Damn. Yeah, hold the presses, man. Hold on. Let me get his picture up on the screen. That's him. Dread Apex. This is him, right? Wow. Let me, for the people that have never heard this story, I'll give you guys the link. You just donated 15. See, I got you. You just donated 15. I appreciate that. Let me see. Bo, where did you send it to? I have one from Chevelle. Chevelle, if you're listening, just don't, Dread, just donate. Okay, wow, damn. Donating on behalf of Dread Apex, man. Chevelle, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Man, you guys are awesome. I might have to cut this out on a replay and upload it as a separate video. Oh, also shout out to Latia's Tall. I don't know if she's listening. Latia's Tall, shout out to you. And shout out to Privacy Seeker, to Mark Adams, Margie, Paul, Donna, Karen Grayley, and Lisa W. Let me see. Bo, I'm not sure where you sent it. Bo, if you could tell me where you sent it, I can verify if it came through. Because I'm looking right now. Dread will get a wrench. Yeah, for sure. And Dread, the wrenches on this channel is just basically just a show of my appreciation. More than anything, it doesn't require you to do anything. Like, you don't have to sit and monitor the chat or nothing like that. It's just my symbol of appreciation, not only for all of you guys, but just a little notch up. Just my way of saying thank you, okay? So there you go, man. Now you have your wrench by way of Chevelle, and the rest of the guys in the chat, they're saying they second that, so that's pretty dope. To Bo said he donated 15. Bo, I don't see it, and I'm not sure where you sent it, but I'll take it as if you do, cool. If you don't, cool. It's not a problem, Bo. Not a problem. But I do not see it. Nonetheless, let's talk about this real quick. Oh, I was going to give you guys the link to that video. Hold on. That way y'all can watch the original video. Let me see. Link. Video. Link. That's the original story right there. So y'all can watch that on the replay. I think it'll be worth it. Patrick Smith was the type of guy to always lend a helping hand, his wife Elizabeth Smith said. His wife. So it wasn't out of the ordinary that he went to check on a house of a concerned neighbor or a concerned next door neighbor who heard noises outside of her home. What happened next would rock his family. Patrick Smith was 41 years old, and he spent the last 8 days of his life in a hospital after being shot 8 times. Patrick Smith, again, 41 years old, was shot multiple times by an alleged burglar running from police officers, police said. He spent the next 8 days in a hospital, and his wife said, dying on Thanksgiving Day. The incident began November the 14th in Barstow, a city 115 miles northeast of Los Angeles, when police received a call about a burglary, according to a news release from the Barstow Police Department. The neighbor said that their neighbor's house was being broken into and that flashlights could be seen inside the neighbor's home. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Smith said a different neighbor called their house because she heard noises outside. When officers arrived, they chased the 2 teenage boys on foot to the back of the burglarized home and lost sight of them. As officers were searching for the boys, they heard multiple gunshots from the side of a nearby home, police said. That's where officers found this guy, Patrick Smith, who they called the Gentle Giant. I'll never forget that. That's not in this report just yet, but I remember that they called him the Gentle Giant. If I'm not mistaken, Dredd, you could tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I think they called him the Gentle Giant. But they found him suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Smith, police said, was shot after walking to the side of the home and being confronted by one of the boys, and Smith was shot 8 times. Smith was flown to a local hospital, police said, and officers found a loaded handgun near the scene of the shooting. Evidence technicians confirmed that the handgun found by the officers matched the caliber of shell casings found at the scene of the shooting. 4 teenage boys, count them guys, 4 teenage boys between the ages of 15 to 17 were arrested at the scene. What race do you think that they were? I'm asking you guys. Do you guys know what race they were? We're going to play a game called Name That Race. I will never forget how pissed off I was about this. We were looking for a suspect, and these were the suspects right here. Leslie Hawkins, 18 years old. The other gentlemen in the photos were also involved. I think it was a total of 4 of them. Patrick Smith was the type of guy to always lend a helping hand, his wife, Elizabeth Smith, said. So it was not out of the ordinary when he went to check on the house of a concerned next-door neighbor who heard noises outside of her home. What would happen next would rock his family. He was shot multiple times by an alleged burglar. The incident began on I already read that part. 4 teenage boys, ages 15 all the way up to age 17, were arrested at the scene. Police have identified the suspect shooter as Leslie Hawkins, who was age 18. Detectives searched the scene for Hawkins, but were unable to locate him. And based on what Dread Apex said, that when we did this report, we were able to put forth some information that helped not only find the suspect that we were looking for, but they were able to capture him, which I'm absolutely blown away by that. I am so blown away, and I'm humbled by that. Because like I say, at the end of the day, you know, we all want to be law-abiding citizens, and we don't appreciate, as us being United States citizens of America and law-abiding citizens, we don't appreciate these people who operate outside the confines of the law. It's not right, and it's not right, especially when people like me that look like me continue to hurt people, you know, and it casts this negative connotation amongst all black men, and it has to stop. And I think that it takes people like me and others that look just like us in order to step up and call that out and say that that's wrong. Because if not, we'll continue to keep having people like Leslie Hawkins and the rest of his, you know, his 3 amigos. They're going to continue to be the voices for us because their actions speak louder than their words. People like Leslie Hawkins are going to continue to be representatives for black men until we shut them down. They're not going to speak for me. They're not going to speak for my family or my people, because I'm going to cast out the trash of our race, the negativity. That has got to stop. Robbing people is wrong. Stealing is wrong. Killing people is wrong. Fighting is wrong. I can't even tell you guys how ridiculous it is, the fact that I continue to keep seeing these queens, these so-called black queens out here, and they continue to keep filming these broads fighting in the streets, fighting in the McDonald's, fighting at the gas stations, fighting in trains, fighting in cars, running each other over with cars, fighting at house parties, fighting in the club, just fighting. They continue to be our representatives. We don't question the fact that they need to stop doing it. We say to the media, stop showing it. Last time I checked, that doesn't help. You don't fix a problem by throwing money at it, and you damn sure don't fix a mentality by not showing it on TV. The last time I checked, that if you wanted something to get better, it has to start in your actions. And if you want black people to be viewed in a better light and to continue to get better and get progressive, then you got to stop doing bad things. It is possible for every single black person to not do something bad. It is possible. It is definitely possible to lessen the amount of black people that do this stuff. And it starts, again, like I said on the last show, by changing the mentality. Dread Apex said that Leslie Hawkins, the 18-year-old black kid, unloaded on this man right here simply because he saw him. Smith lived 8 days after his injuries, his wife said. He went in with 8 gunshot wounds, which caused a broken thumb and wrist, a fractured jaw, a split tongue, missing teeth, 2 collapsed lungs, and he lost so much blood that his body was almost empty, was completely devoid of blood. It was amazing the fact that he was even able to live 8 days. His wife said that her husband underwent multiple surgeries, and she told CNN that she wasn't able to ride with her husband to the hospital, so she feared she would not get a chance to say goodbye. To be given a week to stay with him was priceless, she said. Smith spent the entire 8 days alternating among the operating room, intensive care unit, and surgical ward. He was in really good spirits, Elizabeth Smith said. One of the most memorable days, she said, was November the 18th. The two are huge Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So when the Steelers were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars that Sunday, she knew that she had to find a way to download a game and invite the family over. We were able to have a Steelers game party, she said. The group ended up watching the game on Elizabeth's laptop in Smith's hospital room, she said. He told me days later that it was one of the greatest things, she said. He was really looking forward to watching the Steelers and Broncos game on Sunday, but things took an unexpected turn. The night before Thanksgiving, Elizabeth Smith said she and her husband stayed up late watching the finale of American Horror Story and discussing their differing theories on the show. That's what we did. We were nerds together. The couple had been together 10 years and were married for 7 of those 10 years. On Thanksgiving Day, Smith was rushed to intensive care after he began to vomit. After multiple rounds of CPR, he ended up dying in ICU. They don't really know what caused it, but we know what the hell caused it, right? He was a California native, and he worked as a facilities maintenance manager in Barstow. His wife and mother-in-law described him as a 6'5", 350-pound man, as gentle as a giant who smiled a lot. I told you, I called him the gentle giant. I remember. We relied on Patrick to be our savior. He was the person who protected us. He was just so big. That's what fathers and men do. And this is another reason why I tell you guys, we need to appreciate men and we need to appreciate fathers. We need to appreciate men and we need to appreciate fathers. It seems that some communities of people still appreciate men and still appreciate fathers. And I hope that love and appreciation, understanding of men will continue to spread, because I think that in 2019, we are lost. People like him are not, they tend to go unappreciated all the time. When they put their lives on the line, when they bust their behinds to work hard, to make things happen, to make sure that they have a stable foundation. And even for some of us that have these broken families, there's still quite a few men out there that continue to work themselves to the bone just in order to make sure and pay child support and work their job, take care of their household, and still spend time with their kids. It is an ungodly life and task to have to perform just in order to make sure and do what you need to do. And I think that it needs to be commended, and I think men absolutely need to be appreciated. He leaves behind his wife and their 5-year-old son by the name of Dillinger. And again, I'm telling this story, and I might upload this as a separate stream, and so other people will have an opportunity to hear this story. But yeah, man, that's so wild. Dread Apex has stayed a fan of our particular channel since November of 2018 because we talked about this story and we advocated that those teenage boys who harmed this father needed to see the strong hand of justice. And we were able to find that little bastard. Because that's what he is. He's trash, and he's the trash of our race. And he absolutely needs to be held accountable for what he did to this guy right here who was a father, and he didn't deserve what he got, man. Not at all. So I just want to thank you, Dread Apex, not only for continuing to follow the show, because like I say, man, if you hadn't shared that with me, I don't know that I would have even have known that. So I'm very humble. Like, I don't even know what to say, but can we get a prayer hands up? 70 people in the chat are still here at almost 3 a.m. Can we get a prayer hands up in the chat, please? That's amazing. And I want to say thank you very much for allowing me to tell this tragic tale of your friend, but to allow me to just be able to just take my platform and just try to advocate for something that I thought was important, you know? So I want to say thank you, not only to you, to his wife, to his son, to all of you guys, to the family and everybody, man. Y'all definitely have my deepest condolences. And let me go ahead and put my prayer hands in the chat for sure, because I like prayer hands, man. I like to send that up. I know I'm not a super religious guy, but I definitely do believe in a higher power, you know, spiritual, not religious. But nonetheless, man, I appreciate you guys so much. But that actually will conclude the stream. So I'm going to have to make sure this weekend at some point, I got 2 DJ gigs I got to do. I'll try to make sure and upload that as a separate video. And again, go back and watch the original video on my channel. Just scroll back and look for that name in the video section, okay? But again, thank you guys so much. I'm going to close you guys out with a different song. I'm going to close you guys out with our show's theme song. And shout out to my brother, Kurt Dog. This is Just Another Day. If you guys want to pick this song up, you can absolutely pick it up on Bandcamp, or you can just simply listen to it on the channel playlist where all the music is, man. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to the people that donated here, even though it was really, oh, wow. Wait. Hold on. We got one more donation that came in, and this one was really, really good. For Original Trucker Gaming. Love the show, man. Keep it up. Bro, are you in the chat right now? Original Trucker Gaming. I think I'm almost positive you have your wrench. Let me make sure. It's a truck. Sorry about that noise, guys. It does that. If you're in the chat, bro, let me know, man. I got to shout him out because he just sent us through a 50 spot. Oh, and happy belated birthday, Princess X. Give me a moment. Let me try to get out Rick Rooster and Colonel Davidson's t-shirt, And then I'm going to try to work my way back around to you, and I'll get you a t-shirt out for your belated birthday, hell. It might even be more. It might even be around my birthday, because my birthday is coming up here on August the 10th. So stand by, princess. I'll try to hook you up. And Original Trucker Gaming, bro, hit us up with a 50 spot. And I got to say thank you, man. Like, not only for finding it in your heart, but supporting our platform and what we stand for. And I like, were you there like when you heard me tell the story with Dread Apex in there? And Dread Apex, let me see if I can read what he said again, because that had really caught my attention. Let me see. See if I can find it. But Dread Apex basically came in and said, basically, thanks to our show, that they were able to find the suspect who murdered his friend. And I was just like, man, like, that is mind blowing. Like I said, man, you know, I wonder sometimes. Like I said, I know I don't have the biggest voice. I don't have the biggest platform. I don't have the largest watching audience. You know, I don't have the most views on the channel. I'm not the funniest person. You know what I'm saying? But what I am is, I know that I am a vessel, and I try to use my platform and my voice and my knowledge and the things that I believe in. And I try to, you know, really, really speak from the heart and speak out of love and really, really speak for change that I want to see happen. And that's basically what I want to represent and continue to represent for you guys. And I really, really hope that I'm doing you guys justice. So when you guys send something through, man, it really, really puts a lot of love in my heart. And I really, really appreciate that, man. So thank you so much for, you know, for blessing me, you know, not only in a financial way, but continuing to always just be here and let me know that you're here, man. I really, really appreciate you guys. Original Trucker Gaming, man. Big shout out to you. And also thank you to everybody, man. Thank you guys so much. And if y'all need anything from me, y'all know where I'm at. I have to DJ this weekend, and I got a DJ at the club Friday, and then I'll be close to home on Saturday, which will help me out a lot. And after that, I'm gonna try to make sure and get a video done in between that time. Okay, so your heart shines through in every video. I'll really, really try my best, man, to just make sure and give you guys so much of just who I am. And I know a lot of times I don't talk about my personal life, you know, because y'all know a lot of them trolls, they try to use that type of stuff against you. But if y'all listen, I actually tell you guys a lot about me, even when I talk about these stories. Like, if you listen, every story that we talk about, you're going to learn not only something about where I stand, but you'll learn something about me also. And I just hope that you guys understand that loyalty is priceless. Hashtag loyalty is priceless. And you know, I want to continue to make sure that we advocate for children first. We are the AFC. I love that name, especially with football season coming around. We are the AFC, the advocates for children first. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Thank you again. Peace.